typically people in this country buy a 2 or a 5 year rate.
Hmm.
Therefore, what it says is if you buy today, but in 5 years your rate is demonstratively higher, will you still be able to afford that loan at that position? And when we had super low interest rates at 1% or 2% type stuff, which we did sort of 3 years ago, it was a really important feature of that one, because actually what we've actually seen is interest and mortgage rates go up to over 6%. People were forced to remortgage onto those things, and still could they afford them? And actually, what we see is actually the repossessions and equities haven't really spiked significantly in that process. So
Hmm.
you could argue that actually that rule has been a success in many regards, because otherwise people would have maybe in those years borrowed more and had a much more of a problem in this sharp increase. Now, equally, we're in a different interest rate environment. Now we're at higher interest rates, and now we're predicting to go down. So why would we be stressing you to assume an even bigger increase in interest rates when actually everything's starting now to predict to come down in that marketplace? Equally, there's a very valid argument to say that as well. So I think the problem is with this is that it's a very blunt rule, and
Mm.
any blunt rule, um, way it's used has unforeseen circumstances.